Hello there. My name's John, and I have a confession to make. I'm a dork. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a dork. Right? No, but actually, for real though, I've never played Hollow Knight. I know. It's 2026, and I've never played Hollow Knight before, so I'm literally looking at myself in my own reflection right now. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, here we are. Here we are. I don't know what to say. I am going to challenge myself to beat Hollow Knight for the first time ever. As someone that has never played Hollow Knight before, even though I have played Silksong. I know. I know. I played Silksong before I played Hollow Knight, but it is what it is, I guess. Thankfully for me, the Void Heart Edition came out for the PS5 pretty recently. I think this came out after Silksong came out, maybe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but this version came out. I'm like, oh, perfect time. I was about to play the PS4 version. Now I have a PS5 version. So I'm gonna play this. I want to document my journey, and you know, we're just gonna make this video as long as we need to make it. I may be a dork, but at least I can play and try to beat Hollow Knight for the first time ever. So let's get into it. And so I dove into the world of Hollow Knight for the first time, which was appropriately named Hallownest. This first area was the perfect place to get a feel for the controls and basic mechanics of the game. Okay. Buttons, what do you do? I'm just gonna hit everything I can. Ooh, juicy. It's very satisfying, like, foop, 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 foop. I was not expecting this game to be, like, juicy. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Oh. Okay, no fall damage. Good. Love that. Because I'm stupid and I need it. Once I felt secure enough in my gamer abilities, I entered the town of Dirtmouth. Let me in! Let me in! I'm in. Dartmouth? I don't know, I probably said many things during the playthrough and I don't know if any of them were right. But this is where I met my first crawly citizen of this game and encountered a very important piece of furniture. See, if this was America, I would not be able to rest on this bench. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good joke. I came up with that on the spot. I'm smart. I went to college. I then very purposefully fell down a well into the Forgotten Crossroads. I found my first temple here, and actually, this area was all rainbows and unicorns for me. We're just going to keep exploring and see where we... Hello? Ah! Ah! He's got a big stick. Oh. Oh my god. What did I do? Ow. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I died. Okay, you know, it only took me 12 minutes to get my first death. Cool. Alright, that may have been a stretch to say the least. I barely even made it 10 minutes into the game before being sent back to the first bench. That's not the worst you've ever seen, right? Anyways, I got back to exploring and ran into a sad older gentleman, learned about armored enemies, met a fellow geography degree holder, only took a little bit of damage, ran back to my fellow map nerd to purchase a map before I died and lost all my money again, and discovered another early contender for favorite NPC. Turns out, the stag and I have a lot in common. So where does he take me in Dirtmouth? What? Are we the same for real? I'm sure that'll be a running theme in this journey, especially since I do enjoy the act of fast travel. Once back in town, I checked out the local shop and realized that I had embarrassed myself by coming in broke, and decided that my next mission was to get my money up, and then maybe get my funny up too. You tell me how that's going. Well, that's dark. I'm kinda into it though. It's good songwriting, you know what I'm saying? If I can't make any money in the mines, may as well try to crack a few fast ones, since cold ones give me the dads. Just kidding, I have no business here apparently. Not right now. I'll save it for the children. But you know what's actually great after a tough expedition in the mines? Getting woefully lost and stumbling upon a hot spring and metal bench to take a breath on. Okay, I promise I wasn't actually that lost. I was truly just trying to farm some money so I could afford to buy a compass, which would allow me to see myself on the map. Quite literally, just a GPS system. This game makes you work for everything, and I'm not kidding. Unlike modern live service games that give you the option to just buy everything outright so you can use one of the skins for the entire season before anyone else does, even though you'll put in more than enough hours to actually unlock the skin naturally because you know life said live service game. Did I clock you? Well, probably not, since you clicked on a Hollow Knight video this long after the game came out. You go you. Now, where was I again? Oh yeah, so I decided to face my fears and take on the big stinky meanie that bested me earlier. And let me tell you, I did figure him out. No debate about that. How much health does this guy have? This is only for a little wormy? Well, it's worth it. It's worth it for any wormy. And after that, it was pretty smooth sailing, not gonna lie. That is until I ran into my first true boss fight of the game against the False Knight. Oh, False Knight. I'm in danger. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, he got me in a corner. Nice. Oh, bye-bye. Wait, where'd he go? Oh my goodness, did I get him? Oh my goodness. Falsehood, defeat the False Knight. That was kind of incredible. Okay, I kind of lied. It was still smooth sailing after all. And after that, I just kept exploring and unlocking fun stuff and honestly just admiring everything the game had to offer so far. Oh, and I was stacking some serious cheddar, which I blew on map upgrades. Totally worth it. I also realized around this point that the sad older dude from earlier was actually just missing his little wormies that I had happened to rescue a few of already. It was indeed a slightly wholesome moment to see the visible progress I was making, especially as I entered Green Path, the next area I checked out. It was most certainly a green path. And I saw Silksong. Just kidding, guys. I know that's not her name. Her name is clearly Slender Knight. So I chased her throughout the land and totally did not get jump scared by a spike pit. Oh no. There's spikes there. Like, this dude named the Hunter was less scary, and they were chilling in a spike-covered mound. Like, look at that. But I continued to mosey on through, stumbled upon Fog Canyon before turning back, and just vibed until I found another bench, where I would call it a night. And then quickly offered my initial thoughts before shutting things down since I am employed and need to go to bed at a reasonable time, like a responsible grown adult man. Wait, so this is a fantastic game. Okay, I will for sure be playing this again. I was low-key scared that I would be not good enough at this game and that I would want to give up after a day. And now I can only play for like an hour or two at a time, but that's fun. All right, well that's gonna conclude day one. We're gonna take it by day here until I beat the game. This is a fantastic game. I am liking this a lot. Yeah, those are immediate day one thoughts. Obviously, still pretty early on in the game here, so got a little bit of stuff to do still, but I will be back very soon. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to be back. Now, I know y'all can't tell because you're watching the full video now, but it's been about a week since I've last played this game. Long story short, I was very unproductive with my time in editing day one, so hooray me. But also, I feel like life has just been like really doing its thing this week. You know what I'm saying? Like between trying to, make friends IRL, work being extra busy. I feel like this past week trying to read more and be a more well-rounded person, you know what I'm saying? Traveling with the family, and it's just like, I'm literally forgetting the buttons. There was literally an active crime scene in front of where I live the other night, so just feel like it's been a lot on my plate this past week, so I have not had a chance to really delve more into this game. But I'm feeling ready now. I'm feeling good. I finally caught up on editing day one of the Hollow Knight this is not Silksong, the Hollow Knight experience, and now I can play the game for day two. So yeah, I had to refamiliarize myself with the controls, and as much as I would love to say day two was just as magical as day one, it just simply wasn't. I gotta sneeze. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention that I got sick last night. I found out the power of 3 sugar-free cough drops for myself firsthand. So, that was a neat experience that I'm still kind of going through. So hopefully I can actually sit here and play the game for a little bit more than an hour, but we'll see. Ooh. And it wasn't just because of that. Oh my God, I was paused. I'll say I had my first day fun. Now I can have my second day struggle. Now, as always, I rose to the occasion and took what was rightfully mine back. Just
Don't question how many bugs I had to exterminate to get here. I then continued my way through Green Path, eventually having my first formal engagement with Silksong herself.
What? Oh. Oh. Great play. Ow. What? Oh my god, what am I doing? No, back up. Oh my gosh. Test a resolve, defeat Hornet in Green Path. Lovely. What's this?
Unfortunately, this left my slow brain with more questions than answers. It also left me with no clear direction on where to go, so I figured I'd head towards Fog Canyon again and actually explore it this time around. But not before getting jumped by a bush.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Oh my god! Love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. Cool. I'm not at all upset about that. Oh my god, I'm going to jump out of a window in game. Oh, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. We're 35 minutes into this already. Actually, that was a quick 35 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to freak out.
I'm not kidding. This bush had hands. Okay, not like actual hands with fingers, but you know what I mean. Once my hands were able to figure things out though, then I was off to the canyon. I just had to watch out for the jellyfish with homing missiles.
Oh, what the?
That thing has a homing missile built in. And the banker. I feel like I kind of let myself get robbed, but bless Millibel's heart, I was sold on the service provided. And since I was so productive here, and by productive I mean master of dilly-dallying, I pushed my way on through to the fungal wastes, which, following the theme of the game, is very appropriately named. Here, I encountered some mushrooms, some friendly faces, and some not so friendly faces. Let me tell you what though, no matter what happened this day, at least I unlocked a dash and a climbing move, both exponentially increasing the dopamine output of my pea-sized Call of Duty YY brain rot. Well, brain. This is me also coping after the fact because I did get demolished by a tag team of Mantis Lords in some basement arena.
Oh my god, this is so far, dude. This is such a far run back. God dang it, dude. F. Ay, ay, ay. That sucks.
I promise I didn't rage quit, I just recognized that all the time needed to run back to the arena and re-challenge those nerds would have pushed me past my bedtime. That's it.
Dang it, man. No, I'm so far away now. God dang it, dude. Honestly, I think I'm gonna call it there. I was looking for a way out, and that's my way out, I think. Oh my god. Oh, brother.
Well, that was something. That was something. Well, I hate to end it on a sour note, but I don't want to run all the way back there probably just to get my butt handed to me again. So I'm gonna be a quitter for tonight because, again, I'm sick and I would like to go to bed, honestly. But I still need a script and edit. This is going well. Save my progress. Get me out of here.
Alright, we are back for day 3. We're finally doing the thing. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on, let me lock in. Wait, what is this? What? Huh? What just happened? I'm trying to intro the video and I'm trying to intro my day here and I don't know what I just did. Okay, so it's been a few days since day 2 now. Well, not too bad. We're still in the same week here. It's Friday as of the day of recording. My wife and I went to a Too Short concert last night, like locally, and I had to be up early for work tonight, and it's already pretty late my time, so I don't think this is going to be a long adventure tonight, but I do want to try to make some progress. I do know I need to fight the Mantis people again. Not really looking forward to that. So, you know, it's kind of fun that I have to like return to the game and that's what I have to deal with, but it is what it is.
Unfortunately, that was not the only thing I would have to learn how to deal with.
But wait, okay. So that's monumental because I've never now double dipped a death. You know what I'm trying to say? I've always recovered my soul after dying. So that's the first time that that is not the case, as I have died trying to recover after a death. So is that original life just gone now? Because if that's the case, I hate it. I hate it here. I'm an angry person. Today is not the day to F with me at Hollow Knight. Yup. I died to funny water and therefore fully lost everything that I lost when I originally died to the Mantis Lords the other day. Sometimes you really do be your own worst enemy. Fortunately, once I recovered my Dark Soul, no FromSoft, I set out to get a lay of the land before re-challenging the Scyther Princes, and I am proud to announce that I totally earned their respect this time around. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Yeah, my shadow's gone. No, that's gonna hit me. Dude, that was fast. Holy. Oh my god. Brother. Heal? You're kidding me. Nice. Alright, the 2 for special. Good. Oh my god. Bro, I'm dead. That's crazy. Get up! Oh my god, dude, this is freaking impossible. Are you kidding? Oh my god, I didn't save. I mean, on the one hand, I did know I would have my butt handed to me on the second attempt, but oh my god, I need to run all the way back now. Frick. I'm not having fun anymore. Or maybe it was their pity. Either way, I made a stop or two during my run back to ensure that I was fully satisfied with my progress in the area to make up for my lack of success on the combat side of the game. Hey, I have no shame. I'll admit that I was coping and trying to hold it all together. I have the same strategy in Arc Raiders. After you fail to return the extract, you do a quick exploratory expedition to ground yourself, and then you return with your starter weapon blazing. Easy peasy. And boy, was my little sword hot. Bring it on. Nice. Quick. Wrong button. Nice. Nice. Get good. Holy moly, dude. That better be everything, dude. And you know what my reward was? An open door into Deep Nest. And let me tell you about Deep Nest. I absolutely despise it. I hate saying, and this is when Hollow Knight became a horror game, but it's high-key kind of true. And not just because I died to some OP arthropods, and for any of you that don't read, they're bugs. Bro. Oh my god, these things are annoying. Oh, no, they killed me! God dang it, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, brother. I don't like this new area. I don't like it. But because this area legit makes my skin crawl, shout out to the zombies. At least I was able to find a hot spring in the Moss Prophet, both of which detoxed various parts of my body and soul. Kinda like a juice cleanse, except I didn't involuntarily poop myself. It did also start to awaken my hidden desire to ride a cool train, witness the miracle of rebirth in this game. Did not like that sound. Oh my god. What? Oh, hell no. The zombies can turn into bugs. Oh my god, they can keep respawning. Oh, I don't like that. Ew. Ew, dude. Oh god, that's unnerving. Die, zombie. Oh my god, where do they keep coming from? I don't like it here. Oh! Found a room with the black and white filter, and then found an actual working train. The only issue is I'm pretty sure it took me across the world and I forced my way deep into a world that I was very, very underpowered for before paying the ultimate price for trespassing into such a tough, cruel world. Oh no. Oh shoot. Yeah, dang it, dude. I have to go get that. I have to go get that. I'll run back into the City of Tears later, a group of bug Padawans slain, a big bug slain, but not as quickly. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Look at all this bouncing I'm doing on this guy. This is kind of ridiculous. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
And a quick pit stop at the King's Station later, and I was determined to get the heck out. Luckily for me, stations equal stags in this game. Well, technically one stag, but you get the point. So I left the city as soon as I could and returned to my sweet little hometown. Not IRL though. No way I'm going back to my actual weird hometown across the country. John, any other thoughts before signing off for the night?
I don't know what to do next. Dude, time flies by playing this game. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting to be here for an hour and a half because I started late. And here we are. W. Yeah, that was a day. That was a day. We'll see what happens next. Because I truly don't know what's going to happen next time I play.
After reorienting myself following a few days of touching grass, I decided to take a previously untaken tram over to the resting grounds, where I had a hot take.
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this. Not the biggest fan of whatever the heck is going on here.
Got flashbanged by a local monument and acquired the Dream Nail, aka the key to cutting through dreams. Much like the IRS deciding how much money my wife and I owe them this year. Set up your business right, my fellow entrepreneurs. And that was kind of the flow for this night. It was like a task rabbit. I learned all about red orbs, opened even more stag stations, fought spirits, made new friends, resisted the urge to participate in capitalism. Just kidding, I'm a dirty little consumer. Disrespected an elder, and expertly platformed my way into the City of Tears. Again.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, this might be a tough one. Hold on.
But this is official this time around. Like, I think this is the way I was supposed to get here the first time, but obviously I rode the tram over, you know, so actually, I don't even know. I'm still figuring this whole map out. I must have done something right though, because I did get a sick little cinematic and got a vague hint as to what's next.
Grave. What does that mean?
And even if I didn't know what was going on there, at least I did find the nailsmith and quickly pieced together what that meant for me.
Oh my goodness. I only have to do half the work now.
Most of the rest of the evening was spent barely making a dent in the city's exploration department. I did piece together a whole nother hit point though, so again, the personal upgrades were coming in quite nicely. And that put me right into the 5-hour mark of my playthrough, where I had this revelation of a thought.
Oh man, this game's so fun to play. I'm liking this a lot. 5-hour review. Great game. This is a great game, and I'm excited to keep going. Alright, so I am officially over 5 hours into this. And actually, fun fact, last night I was talking to my siblings about this game, and apparently for one of my siblings, this game is, I can't remember exactly if it was top 3 or top 5 games of all time for that sibling, so, you know, I understand the vision. I don't know if I can put the game that high just yet. If I can speak, I can see the vision for that. That's not too far-fetched in my opinion. Obviously, I want to beat the game before I make a full assessment like that, but, you know, we're working our way there. I also found out that I might only be about a third of the way through the game, supposedly. Like a third to halfway, somewhere in there. Honestly, not like 100% sure, but sounds like I'm like on track here. But I'm feeling good about my progress.
And while I was feeling good about my progress, I wasn't feeling nearly as good seeing some kind of wizard appear for the first time so early in my evening. And that was just the start of my journey through the Soul Sanctum, a sub-area within the City of Tears. Looking back on things now, it feels like I both made a lot of progress and didn't do much at all over the course of my time here. While I had quite an experience fighting the Soul Master and unlocking the Desolate Dive, that was only the start of everything going wrong for the day. You see, I just happened to notice that I could enter the Soul Master's dream, something I've never quite done before, and figured I'd try out. And let me tell you, when I put my mind to something, no matter how crazy it is, I'm gonna do it. Even if it leads to a mental breakdown or two.
Soul Tyrant, what the Oh! Okay, this guy's kind of slamming me. Oh, please. Oh my god. I'm dead. Oh my god, dude, what the heck is that? Okay, well, at least I just respawn here. What? Let me back out. What the? Alright, I'm ready this time. What? Oh my god, dude, what is that? Oh, brother. I'm going to have a freaking aneurysm, dude. Holy schmoly. Brother, go do something else. Can I hide here? Nope. Oh my god, dude, this
freaking sucks. This is why I hate Souls games, dude. They're just stupidly difficult and painful for no reason other than to just be stupidly painful and difficult. I don't understand the appeal of it. It truly baffles me. Freaking heal, brother. Oh, that should have hit me. This. Oh my god, is he dead? I have a feeling this is not over. God dang it, dude. Can we not? Oh my god, dude, what the? What? Dude, you're absolutely joking. You're absolutely joking, dude. Is this fight necessary to the game's narrative? I have half of a right mind to just leave myself laying right there like that. I don't care. Oh my goodness, dude. That's some stupid work, dude. What am I dealing with here? Is this a crash out? Do I need to drink water and count to 3? I'm doing this whether I like it or not. I ain't a quitter. I'm fully expecting to get slammed on this attempt. Can we not? Like, can we be for real for like 2 seconds? What am I doing? Do the freaking jump attack. Oh my god, dude. Dude, you're fucking kidding me. That's insane, dude. What are we talking about here, dude? It's gonna give me like 100 essence, and that's gonna be it. That's all I'm doing this for. Watch. Stop. You're kidding me. Thank God, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, talk to me. Talk to me, soul. I swear if this was for 100 essence. You know, it was for 300, okay. More than I was expecting, but holy schmoly, was that really, did I really need to spend all that time doing that? I want to go to bed. That was something. That was something. Holy dude. So was the fight with the Soul Tyrant worth it at the end of the day? Honestly, probably not. Was the crash out valid? In my mind, absolutely. Did I spend the rest of the evening exploring the map, connecting the dots on things, and going in circles? Quite potentially. I did check out the Ancient Basin, consume the Howling Wraiths, and withdrew all my funds from the bank so I could put a security deposit down on my next rental. Oh wait, we're talking about the game. Well, after the Tyrant fight, not much interesting happened, which for this particular day was not a bad thing. I even game planned a little for the next day. Also, here's proof that I wear more than just a gray t-shirt every night. Granted, right now, as of recording this, it is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to those that celebrate. Let's keep this video rolling. Okay, but this is more or less where I want to be for now, because here I can kind of pivot slightly into Deep Nest. The literacy is coming in. And I do want to get that Whispering Root in Mantis Village. So maybe I'll hit that. Oh, cold shell. Holy moly. Hit that, go to Deep Nest. Okay, but I have a game plan. Happy Easter to everyone that celebrates, even though by the time you see this, it's gonna be well after Easter, but I'm here. And yes, I know I was just editing, but that was earlier in the day while my young son was napping, and now he's asleep for the night, and I have gotten my butt off YouTube long enough to actually play the game. So here we are. So here's the thing. On paper, I didn't really explore all that much on this day. But what I did do arguably propelled the story forward more than perhaps any night leading up to this one. Essentially, I just wanted to clear out any previously unexplored paths, largely in Deep Nest, which is just my most favorite area, of course. In short, I acquired enough vessel fragments to add more soul capacity, because knowing me, I will need to heal more moving forward. I made friends with a giant hungry spider creature. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Okay. No, that killed me, dude. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I then took down another warrior spirit, which was bound to happen anyways, as I am a Golden State fan and gotta keep it real, things are not looking good for Steph and the crew right now. Fortunately, Draymond's got hands. Brother, is any of this making sense? What am I even talking about right now? Like, I could have just rewritten the script, but did I do that? Apparently not. Anyways, I made some odd noises fighting the creepers around this area. Stop. Oh my. There we go. And considering I made it to the Weaver's Den, I was not keen on being there longer than I had to. I did find someone who was fine with chilling here though, and they are built different. However, they weren't built as different as the distant village and its denizens. Seriously, they actually pulled a really funny prank on me. Oh, yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap, okay. Okay. Okay, joke's over. Haha, you got me. And I had to escape the clutches of said prank. Unfortunately, that left me in the Beast's Den, an area that was a little too sticky for my liking, and it all led me to Hera the Beast, one of the 3 dreamers that I was tasked with taking out. Oh yeah, I don't think I really mentioned that yet. That's literally my entire objective at this point in this game, I think. I'm not 100% clear on what's going on, but considering that the Dreamers seem to be some very important bugs, I thought that I would have been provided a little bit more of a challenge. And let me tell you, I was not upset to be wrong here.
What? That's seriously it? Huh? That can't be it. I think that was it. What?
So I got the heck out of Deep Nest, made my way back to Forgotten Crossroads, only to discover that it had been renamed to Infected Crossroads, and that Crystal Peak was right around the corner, begging to be dug into just like a sandbox conveniently shaped like a turtle. Come on, you know the one. No kid can resist it. Except, I'm not a kid. I'm a grown adult man with a job to wake up to, so I called it a night and plan to come back soon. I know no one was questioning it, but I can't exercise self-control. Sometimes.
Alright, day 7 and I am in this. It's not like the 7th day, you know what I'm saying? I've actually been playing for like a few weeks at this point, technically. But just with the limited play time, this is day 7 and I'm only, what, like 8 or 9 hours in. But you know, it is what it is. I'm making the progress I can. Putting the video together as we go here. You know, trying some new things for production, just to keep it flowing. And I'm having a great time, honestly. Even though I have no idea what's going on at this point, or how I didn't even know about the crystals here. I'm very excited to get playing today.
And thus began my foray into Crystal Peak. And I kid you not, barely even 2 minutes into my expedition and I fell down into resting grounds and was just dumbfounded.
What? That's the connection?
So I made a quick little stop while I was in the area and ended up getting access to the Spirit's Glade, which happened to be protected by the toughest iteration of Casper I've seen yet. Like seriously, this little guy wrecked my stuff vigorously and repeatedly. Even after I figured out how to parry their main attack, I still couldn't defend myself all too well. Once I had decided that it was all just worth it, I went back to hang out in every geologist's favorite place. Per usual, exploring every nook and cranny was the name of the game. Actually, it's Hollow Knight, but we all knew that. I also like to call this area the Arm Cruncher. If you get the reference, you understand. Fortunately, my first little run through things wasn't too bad.
I'm considerably an expert myself. I would consider myself to be an expert at times, because I've played the game, and I'm not an NPC, contrary to popular belief.
Unfortunately, none of my future runs went nearly as smoothly. Even in the midst of so many squishes, I was able to consume the Crystal Heart, turning me into a buggy meat missile. It was pretty sick. Nearly as sick as a little wormy turning against me for saving it. Rude.
Oh my god, what the what is that?
So I pressed on, consuming the Descending Dark, yet another special move that I'll probably forget to use moving forward. I also decided to summon some friendly spiders to protect me and their favorite charm. Oh yeah, I had quite the charm collection going at this point. But just know that I wasn't changing these around all that much. I tend to pick some perks and stick with them when possible. I also like to check in with my favorite little wormies on occasion, so I did that, bought out a shop in Dirtmouth, and made the stunning discovery that I could backpedal to the initial intro area to the game and discovered a whole new world that didn't really amount to much. Formally, it's called Howling Cliffs. Informally, I call it kind of boring. Well, outside of a spirit fight.
You got bested, Gorb!
And a different resting spirit, but other than that, it was rather unexciting. Thankfully, it connected directly to Greenpath, where I ran into a nail master who taught me the Great Slash. And riddle me this, Batman, when will I ever use this? Stay tuned to find out. But seriously, you gotta wait for at least until the next day, because I'm sure something great is about to happen. Also, hi, hello, I don't know if y'all can tell, I have a big sunburn on my forehead, and it's because I decided to touch grass all day yesterday, and it was wonderful. So, got to go to the beach, got to go to downtown LA, and now I have a sunburn to show for it, and we are here today. So, it's a rainy Sunday here in SoCal, so might be pulling a double shift this afternoon while my son is asleep, and then probably later again tonight when he goes to bed for the night. So you'll see me here in, you know, my full proof that I went to college. I promised. I have a degree. Lack of brain power might suggest otherwise, but that's besides the point. So if you see me change, you know, at some point in the video, that's because we're going from afternoon to night. So this might be a 2-part day. We'll see. But I'm trying to remember what I was trying to do. What was I waffling on about last time I played? And I have a feeling that I don't remember. But I think I'm going to try to get to this dreamer here. Spoiler alert. I did not run into either of the remaining dreamers on day 8, but I promise I ran into some other fun obstacles that I am just so happy to report on. And since these exposures of my skill issues ended up taking the bulk of the day, I'll try to skip past the little, not as important things I also did, because I did do my fair share of banging my head into the wall hoping I could break it, and purchasing items because why not support the economy, am I right? But seriously, wandering around Ancient Basin until I found the broken vessel really put me in quite the situation. Broken vessel? What the heck is that? Oh my. Okay. Can I get a heal? What the? Oh. I should have seen that one coming. What? Okay. Okay, that's a good sign. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, my butt cheeks are very clenched right now. That was more exciting than it needed to be. Just kidding, it was a cakewalk. And I unlocked a double jump because of it. But when I returned to the body, I noticed the dreamy glow surrounding the slain foe, and I just couldn't resist entering the dream state and therefore entering the vengeance of the lost kin. Oh no, dude. Lord help me, I need to fight this. Lost kin. Oh gosh. Okay. Something tells me this is going to be difficult. You're kidding me. Okay. Unfortunately, I need to win this fight right now. I'm going to do what must be done, because it will have to be done eventually. If I don't do it now, it'll be unresolved in my mind, which is just fantastic. Okay. Dude, my freaking little bugs, man. Freaking sold my position. That's why I didn't run into one of these right now. Nice. I'll just lose some health before the boss fight. Oh my god, I hate everything about this. Let me at least get to the boss fight so I can not die to environmental damage before the boss fight. You know what I'm saying? See, they go and hit him and that, like, I lose my chance to hit him for harder and lose my heal. Yeah. See, at least they can protect me from that. No, these things are freaking selling, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, these little weaverlings, they're useless, dude. Why am I using them? They're like attacking him when he's like, that's my healing window, and they're going to attack him, therefore getting rid of my healing window, and they're just whacking him for half a point of damage. I'm not blaming my entire failure in this fight on them, but holy moly, they're making it more difficult. Like, I just need them to hit a one-hit blob of jelly, and they can't even do that. But then they'll go and hit this guy when he's in his defenses, when he's in his broken shield window. Stun. When he's stunned. I'm like, what's the word for it, dude? Oh my goodness. Do not hit him, you little... Defend me! For once in your life! Oh my god, dude, I'm going to die. What am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do with that? Bro! No, these things need to be retired, dude. We're coming back to this later. Where's my charms? Get these out of here. We'll try that. Let's try something out here. Oh my god, I can't believe I let that hit me. Did I do it? First try? Seriously? Literally those little freaking weaverlings, dude, sold me so much. That's insane. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Not as long as the last dream fight, which I don't mind. Dude, literally the weaverlings I need. Okay, I'm never using them again. Simple as that. Sometimes it really is as simple as switching around a few charms and making a better build for the situation at hand. And with my new ability, I was able to hop up to the palace grounds, discovering that I don't know what to do here, so I moved on to getting a quick upgrade from Resting Grounds before acquiring half the charms. Look, if there is something I'm good at, it's spending money and wasting my own time exploring tiny little paths that don't really lead to much. Okay, well, another tough mini boss fight to another Mask Shard isn't too bad, I guess. Even if it was more so just for the content at this point. That's nice. That's nice. This is a really cool boss fight. Where every hit just does double damage and yeah. Just great boss fight. I got him. I got him. Let's go. Why am I more hyped for this one? Hey, howdy, hey, I'm back. I took a shower, I did some chores, put my son to bed. Not in that order necessarily, but I'm back. And I'm ready to get some things done. And if that wasn't too abrupt of a transition, here's me finding Hallownest Crown and once again not knowing what to do about it. After I had stared at the map long enough and acted like I was actually retaining the information presented, I got back to just aimlessly waltzing about because even though I told myself I had a plan, it really wasn't all that well thought out. Especially since it led me to encountering the failed champion. And oh boy, what a doozy I had here. Oh. You're kidding, the failed champion. He does a lot of damage. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, interesting. Okay. Why does he do so much damage? Why does he do so much damage? Are you for real? Brother, like, what am I supposed to do there? What am I supposed to do there? What is this? What is this? Oh, no. I have to edit 2 of these fights into this part of the video. Are you kidding? That's what I'm more worried about. I can't, dude. This is... Brother. I'm not built for this. I'm not built for these kinds of fights. Hal's not built to do 2 of these fights in one day, dude. No, we need to change charms, dude. These dream fights can suck my whole left toe, dude. Let's try that. I don't think I'm gonna have time to heal. Okay, I forgot there were those phases too, dude. Okay, I'm remembering things. Can we not, for once in my, oh my god, dude. For once in my life, can we just like not do some bullshit, please? Does it look like I'm having fun? Does it look like I'm having a good time playing this? I promise this is my game of the year. Oh my dude. What is this, man? Baloney, dude. What am I supposed to do? Actually, not having a good time. Not having a good time. Oh my god. Buy me dinner first, please. Oh my goodness, dude. I am going to have an aneurysm. I need a new build, dude. This is not doing it for me. This is not doing anything for anyone here. I am the only person here in my room right now. Is this the build? No. What am I doing? What am I doing, dude? Oh my god, dude, I'm going to cry. Oh, this is so annoying, dude. This is a garbage fight. I truly hate Souls-like mechanics in games. To me, it's ruining gaming, actually. This is just not fun. Dude, I don't want to do this. I refuse to believe anyone that plays this game wants to do this. I'm gonna try to do some other things, see if there's anything I can get to level up, dude. This is just, I'm just banging my head into a wall and cursing because of it. It's not productive. Yeah, bro is not built for 2 Dream State boss fights in one day. Can't hang. So I literally put a pin in it and moved on for the time being. I took down a much easier soul, I regrettably visited Deep Nest, and I witnessed horrors beyond my imagination. You know what? Lure me in. Oh god. Oh. Oh. Indeed. Oh, it's still going. Nosk. What? You know? Oh. What? Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. What do you mean I can just jump like that? Oh, it's getting faster. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're kidding me. No shot, dude. Oh my god. I don't like that. I don't like anything about that, dude. Is it gonna be worth it? I hope so. I hated that. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh my great googly moogly, dude. Oh god, dude, I hate this fight. It's so bad. It's getting faster and I hate it more. Oh my god, get this thing out of here. Please, oh god. Help me. Oh, it's gooping on me. It's gooping all over me. Oh my god, this thing's going to kill me again. Stop. No, I had 1 health, dude. I thought I had 2. I cannot count to save my life, literally. What is happening? What's been happening over the past hour and a half, brother? I feel like I've been in a fever dream and of the worst kind. And I'm dealing with horrors beyond my imagination, and I did not sign up for this. Love the goop. Love the orange goop just falling from the sky. Goop, goop, goop. Oh, great hit, great hit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Smited? The foul creature? This better have been worth it. Pale ore. What do I do with pale ore? Do I need to see the weaponsmith? Do I need to go talk to the nailsmith? Is that ultimately what this boils down to? Is that who I need to go talk to? I don't even know where he's at. I'm not gonna lie. I was right. It was literally a trap. Say it with me. No more Nosk. Once that was over, I immediately hightailed over to the tram, where I remember that I could continue going east from Ancient Basin, leading me to Kingdom's Edge, a quiet area full of bees. No, seriously, there were so many bees flying around, and I don't know what to make of it. But I did make sure to get a better sense of the area as I encountered another Nailmaster, Hornet, and therefore some exposition finally. Well, after struggling for a bit, obviously, but I took the King's brand and used my newfound ability to tickle some guy's butt, in a consensual and respectful manner, obviously. No further questions at this time, as I made it to the Coliseum of Fools. Oh wow, yeah, look at that, an arena. Let's focus on that, shall we? Actually, after chasing this gremlin around for a minute, I figured this would be a great save point for the night and called it there. I've gotta say, at this point in the playthrough, I can confirm, I had the itch to just keep playing. I didn't want to take a break to sleep, go to work, edit the video, and all that fun stuff. I just wanted to keep exploring all that this game had to offer. But I've got bills and IRL stuff to handle, so the gaming will have to return another day. What started as an evening in the Coliseum turned into so much more than just that. I mean, what better intro can I give than that? I would say the first trial really gave me some trouble. You can't kill me. Ow. But that would be lying. Whatever, everyone stop. Oh, hey. Zote the Mighty, it is time. Bestie. Bestie, what are we doing? Huzzah. Huzzah. Warrior. Complete the trial of the warrior. Bestie, oh no. I would say the second trial also gave me some trouble. I have returned. But that would also be lying. Dude. Got him. Got him. It's not over yet. Oh. It might be over yet. Wait, Conqueror. Complete the trial of the Conqueror. That's it? For reals? I would say the third trial gave me the most trouble, and that would be 100%, without a doubt, factually true. Oh my. Why they're mantisy? You know what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. Oh! I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh my god, Google and Google. Get these things off my screen. Stop. Stop. Oh, I'm gonna die, dude. I'm gonna die. You're freaking kidding me. God dang it. That's annoying. This is the one that really rocked my socks twice too many times, so I decided to cool off and go do something else. No, what am I fighting? I'm dead. Dude, what is that? Are you kidding? What am I supposed to do about that? Leave, that's what I'm supposed to do. I think the best part about this is I don't think I have to do any of this. That's something else being discovering some long lost secrets in the City of Tears, picking a fight with the roly-poly-olies that had sonic spin dashes. Okay, I don't like this. I'm not having fun anymore. destroying the second dreamer I would encounter, Lyrian the Watcher. Yet again, not really much of a fight was on the table here. And yet again, was not totally upset by that. No sarcasm on that one. And to cap the night, instead of going to bed at a reasonable time, I found the royal waterways and decided to frolic in the damp caverns under the city. You can thank me later for not saying the word moist instead of damp. Oh, and I talked to the Nailmaster again to upgrade my frail little sword. Now, it had hands, so I decided to just full send the Ninja Turtles home. Except instead of fighting the turtles, I fought a guy that loves poop. No, I'm being serious. There was a dung defender down there. That was literally his name. And after that, I unlocked an extra hit point, took down a bunch of maggots, the bug kind, not the Republican kind unfortunately, and officially called it a night in preparation for some guests using the office as a bedroom for a few nights. It was at this point that life would start to get really busy for me and my family, so I was determined to try to wrap this masterpiece of a game up soon, hopefully. Of course, however, we can't always expect things to go that smoothly. Seriously, you can see me here on a Saturday afternoon recording and editing this video in a normal t-shirt. That's not my pajamas. And as you can see, I'm doing laundry because we did actually have guests spend the night, and we have more guests spending the night. I gotta beat this game before more people spend the night and then we move out, you know? Like, literally. No, I'm being for real. We're actually moving soon. We're actually moving soon, and I won't have time to play this game. So I need to beat it soon. Yeah. Why do I do this to myself? No intro for the day needed here, as I literally just jumped in with cold fingers and dry armpits, even though it had been a few days since I last played. Fortunately, I found some acid repellent right off the bat, which somehow led to me finding the backdoor entrance to Fog Canyon. And that somehow then led me to uncover the Queen's Gardens, another area that I just did not expect to find. I so desperately want to make a metaphor here comparing this to like when your friend asks to go grab a snack or treat down the street real quick, and it devolves into driving 45 minutes to the nearest Bass Pro Shops and loitering in the store for approximately 2 hours with no intent to purchase anything, just to find out that to afford some legit fishing poles, you need to get your side hustle going to get like $500, so you and your best friend can buy a 6-pack of alcohol-free Natty Light and spend an afternoon fishing at the river that's 30 minutes in the opposite direction of where you started at your apartment. Like, there's nothing wrong with how the day is gone, but you did not plan on any of this happening, and now you're behind on the 8 assignments that you had planned on doing that morning, and you've kind of lost the plot for the day. That's basically Hollow Knight in a nutshell, and even after the 10th time that's happened, you're like, that was fun. We should do it again when I have a free day, and you do it again on the snow day when class is canceled. I went to college, I know how this goes. Unfortunately, I need to tie this back in, and that's why I didn't want to make the metaphor originally, but here we are. So now what? Well, speaking of class, I returned to Fog Canyon and defeated the King Jellyfish and Monomon the Teacher, the third and final dreamer. Doing this technically unlocked the ability to go fight the final boss of the whole game, but did I opt to do that right away? Of course not, because it's never that easy, right? Not with me in charge of my own destiny, apparently. So I charged back into the Queen's Gardens, fought a beach ball spirit that almost handed my cheeks to me, purchased a map for the area, fully completing my world map, and opened the last stag station, opening a secret one that didn't really provide me personally with much of anything, other than a sense of interconnectedness within the world. You know, just the little things. Once that was achieved, I figured it'd be a good time to unleash my primal instincts a few more times before the final boss. Spoiler alert, it did not go well. Oh my god, what is this? You're kidding me, bro. What the frick is that fight? Are you serious? I would not recommend willingly entering a Coliseum match if given the option, as you will most likely get your ego hurt at the bare minimum. Alright. Dude, what the f is that? Are you kidding? Oh, brother, dude, how does it keep going with this bullshit? It's not worth it, dude. It is not worth it for me to do this right now. And the only way for me to recover from that was to reconsider my charm loadout and re-challenge the failed champion. It went about as you would expect it to. So you tell me I was just underpowered this whole time? Nice, dude. Oh my goodness, first try. Are you for real? Oh my goodness, dude. I just needed a few upgrades to be able to take this nerd out. I'm not kidding, I actually beat him on my first try that evening. Can't explain it, just know it somehow worked out that way. You wanna know something that was more difficult for me though? Unlocking the Dream Nail and trying to traverse the White Palace. Again, another happy little accident that I did not want to deal with at the time. If you do want to see me try to figure it out, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to go and follow my Twitch at Big John Bible, as I'm thinking about kicking up the streams again and would love to hang out with you there. I'm sure watching my gameplay live would be a treat, but only because I'm sort of clueless and trying to make dumb jokes. But that's that's what the internet is all about, I suppose. Speaking of a good time, it was at this point of the session that I decided to enter the Temple of the Black Egg towards the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I want to go in the egg and fight the thing screaming at me. That sounds perfect, actually.
To challenge the Hollow Knight, the final boss. Or so I thought based on what I could gather. So after confirming that I had completed 78% of the game, it was time to try to wrap this thing up like a warm burrito from Chipotle, with all the extra chicken and queso needed to do so. And boy, it was something.
Okay. Lean in. The Hollow Knight. I'm in danger. Nice, I ran into that. Oh my god. What? That's fast. The heck is that? What? Oh. Of course. Can't be it. There's no way. Let me stand back a little bit. Oh. Wait, just like that? That took like 2 minutes. There's no way. Did I win? The Hollow Knight. Defeat the Hollow Knight and complete the game. I did it. That's it. What?
After first trying the Ohio State University and sitting in my sweet gamer chair absolutely dumbfounded on whether or not that's how the story truly ended, the credits rolled. 18 and a half hours. 3/4 of the game officially completed. 19 out of 35 trophies earned on PlayStation. And only a few immediate thoughts post credits.
You know, I kind of had a feeling that that would be it, but I was not expecting it to just end like that. Like it's just over now. Man. So now what? What do we do now? What is there to do? It's only midnight o'clock. No, transparently, I probably should go to bed. I don't know, man. Like that's how it ends? I mean, technically, I think I beat it in under 20 hours, and I feel like I was pretty thorough in my exploration. I mean, that's a beautiful game. Don't get me wrong, that is something special. Wow, over 2,000 backers on Kickstarter. Thank you. Shout out Team Cherry Man. Y'all clearly made something amazing here. Yeah, 78%, 18 and a half hours. 18 hours and 28 minutes on the dot, I should specify. Dang, dude. I know 112ing is the thing for this game. That's not today's objective. Today's objective was just to beat the game. By today, I mean like the past month for me. My whole objective with playing this game was to beat the game, and I can now say that I have beaten Hollow Knight. The question is, what should I do next? Love that and hate that at the same time.
Following a good night's rest, I can say without a doubt, and I'm sure without much of a disagreement, this game is an absolute masterpiece. I get the vision, even as someone that's waited nearly 10 years since this game first came out to have my first experience with it. And quite honestly, I just want to play it more. There's bosses to overcome, routes to further explore still, apparently over 100% completion to achieve, maybe a permadeath run just to spice things up, an award-winning sequel to tackle. Like, I'm glad I finished the story and could move on with something else, but why would I? There's still so much love and intention to check out within the game. The fact the game has gripped me and my simple mind that much is a testament to what this game really is. And if I can get a better ending than that, shoo! Make sure to like and subscribe if you'd be interested in seeing that. And just because you made it this far in the longest video I've ever made in my YouTube career, just know that you're loved, and I appreciate you. Now, if you've got some more time and attention span left to watch another one of my videos, YouTube thinks you really like this one just as much, if not more, than this video. And if you don't, that's alright. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got about 14 Hollow Knight videos to catch up on. I gotta catch up on the lore and learn how to fully complete the game. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.